This is Soldiers Radio News from Washington. I'm Sergeant Jaime Hernandez. The Kazakhstan government hosted a premier military exercise with the Third Army in Central Asia. It focused on the interoperability of our forces with other nations' militaries. Sergeant Ashley Torres reports.
Third Army Arsen shapes the future during Steppe Eagle. Opportunities like these are important, says Major Stephen Tucker, Third Army Arsen's Arabian Peninsula Exercises Branch Chief.
Steppe Eagle is a theater security cooperation event that allows us and them to work together for all types of operations, to include contingency operations and other peacekeeping operations.
These TSC events shape the future for Third Army Arsen's full-spectrum operations in U.S. Central Command's AO, while supporting the national security strategy of the U.S.
Third Army right now in the CENTCOM AOR area of operations is the forefront of assisting these armies and nations to better themselves with their abilities in military events that we've been using for years.
Steppe Eagle is in its 9th year. This year's focus, enhance interoperability on a scale larger than ever before. Tucker says you can see the progress continue from previous years.
Exercises like this, as well as others, have come full circle, and you've seen improvement in the military's ability to work with coalition partners with the way we do business in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Steppe Eagle builds trusted relationships and mutual understanding between militaries to better fight the war on terror. Sergeant Ashley Torres, 3rd Army Arsen.
That's Soldiers Radio News. From Soldiers Radio and Television in Washington, I'm Sergeant Jaime Hernandez. This is Soldiers Radio News from Washington. I'm Sergeant Jaime Hernandez. Hospital food already has a bad reputation, but the food at an infectious disease hospital? Petty Officer Brandon Sheelander reports how a few upgrades may change that perception.
The patients and staff at the Antony Hospital for Infectious Disease in Kabul have a new kitchen on the way. It's nearly complete, and the local U.S. Civil Affairs team is on the scene to do one final inspection before it opens. U.S. Army Captain William McTaggart is the project manager.
Basically, we go off a statement of work, which gives a list of items that the contractor was expected to perform, and we were here inspecting that list.
The old kitchen is dark, has power issues, and relies on a wood-burning stove. The new kitchen has plenty of electricity and gas-powered burners. McTaggart says the Afghans who built it did an amazing job.
It is probably one of the best ones that I've seen so far. He met every specification and went above and beyond on a lot of the requirements.
Afghans helping Afghans is the key to this project's success, because the Afghan government identified the need and an Afghan contractor built it. Petty Officer Brandon Sheelander, Kabul, Afghanistan.
After 70 years, retired World War II veteran Staff Sergeant James Cockerham has been awarded the Bronze Star thanks to his grandson, Captain Kevin Riley. Cockerham received the award for his acts of bravery during an attack on his ship crossing the English Channel en route to France on Christmas Eve in 1944. Cockerham, still surprised after receiving the Bronze Star, said he appreciated what everyone had done for him. That's Soldiers Radio News. From Soldiers Radio and Television in Washington, I'm Sergeant Jaime Hernandez.